There have been violent scenes overnight at the site of a fatal stabbing of a 16-year-old boy in Melbourne's west. The teenage victim's family and friends gathered outside the Brimbank Shopping Centre in Deer Park. At around 7:30, a brawl involving 10 to 15 people erupted behind police lines. Police broke up the fight with no serious injuries.
Yesterday afternoon, the 16-year-old was ambushed by up to 10 people outside the shopping centre. He was stabbed and died at the scene. Six people have been arrested over the killing of the boy, and police are still investigating. Let's go straight to Stephanie Ferrier, who's at the scene. Steph, what's the latest?
Yes, good morning, Lisa. Well, I am at the Brimbank Shopping Centre here in Deer Park in Melbourne's western suburbs, where this 16-year-old boy tragically lost his life here yesterday. Now, we have, as you mentioned, seen the forensics officers who've now packed up and left the scene. We've seen a police officer injured and taken to hospital, and there are also 6 people, as you mentioned, who are going to be interviewed by homicide detectives who are investigating this fatal stabbing. Now, we have been told by police that a group of up to 10 people, all males, really just ambushed this 16-year-old boy here, and then he was stabbed, and unfortunately he died here at the scene despite the best efforts of emergency services. Now, that group of boys or men actually ran down the street away from here, and they were arrested a short time later at Billingham Road, which is about a couple of k's down the road from here. So forensics, as I mentioned, have now gone, and we're still waiting to see what happens in terms of any charges with those 6 that have been arrested.
And Steph, what's been the reaction amongst the community and families involved over this terrible incident?
Well, as you can imagine, it was really a very emotional scene here yesterday afternoon. Just after this boy was stabbed at 4 o'clock, we saw family and grieving friends as well flocking to this scene. Now, the emotions were really running over as they were hugging and consoling each other, and at around 7:30 last night, tensions really boiled over. We saw a large group of people swarming underneath the police tape, and then a brawl erupted, and one officer at least was knocked to the ground, as we could hear from one of the other ABC reporters who was out here last night. Says she heard one of these males yelling out, "I'll kill you," and other people other police asking to settle down. They had to intervene. And let's just take a little bit more of a listen to these dramatic scenes that unfolded here. So, as you can see, it was really quite a violent situation that police had to contend with. We do know that nobody was badly injured, but that police officer was taken to hospital with minor injuries just to receive some medical attention for that. Now, as a result of that, there were 2 boys who are expected to be charged on summons with assault-related offences. They are a 15-year-old boy and a 17-year-old boy from Point Cook and Sunshine in the western suburbs.
Steph Ferrier, thank you.